So as the Cold War Alpha wraps up, I think I gotta talk about it because there's a lot to talk about, and I'm gonna go over a boatload of stuff coming from gameplay, weapons, a lot of shit like maps and graphics and all that crap. And there's a lot to talk about, and I just gonna give you like a little gist of like what it is. So pretty much Black Ops Cold War is just Black Ops 4, and with stuff from Modern Warfare that are much more watered down and stupid, and a lot of stuff that undid what Modern Warfare did well. That's Black Ops Cold War. And it has World War II, Call of Duty World War II's graphics. That's what it looks like. And I know this would probably be all next gen. I know this is a next gen game, but that's kind of pathetic. And there's a lot to talk about today. I'm going to get more into depth about this and all that crap. And I'm going to tell you guys pretty much what the Cold War Alpha is like. And this could change. Everything could change and all that, but the likelihood of that happening is very low because we're in the alpha. So, yeah, and the game's coming out in 2 months. So, yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about gameplay. So, first things first, I've realized this after, like, my first game, is that this game runs at 120 hertz. This game, that's why it probably felt weird right in the beginning, but it runs at 120 hertz. And Modern Warfare runs at 60 hertz, and it's big drastic difference. I kinda got used to it, but I already know when I go back to Modern Warfare later today, it's gonna feel very, very, very weird. But that's just one thing. I mean, I don't think the final build of the game is gonna run at 120 hertz. It's just I don't think that would make sense. But we're just gonna have to see. And then the next thing I want to kind of talk about gameplay wise is kind of just an average game. People say this game is like it feels much more faster, but every play now game I've played is just as fast as Modern Warfare. I really don't see that much of a difference. They're saying this is an arcade-ish fast play, on gameplay. It's the fastest games. It's just fast. And be honest with you, it was just as slow as Modern Warfare's. And I'm sorry to admit it, it's just as slow. So I don't really know. I mean, if Black Ops people hate Modern Warfare because of how slow the games are, I don't know why you guys are saying that, oh my god, the fat games are faster, because I've already did a time check and all that with all these modes. I mean, I think Hardpoint's the only one that I can actually see that kind of feels a tiny bit faster. That's pretty much it. They all run the same. Pretty much everything runs the same. Be honest with you, TDM and freaking Modern Warfare goes faster than the TDM in this. Well, actually, they go the same, actually. I don't know. But yeah. But it's the fast gameplay is just the same as Modern Warfare. And yeah, and the next thing we want to talk about is the movement. The movement, it felt very weird looking at it while watching the alpha and the streamers playing it over at the multiplayer review. But now that I really got to use it, I don't really mind it. It's pretty good. I actually really like it a lot, and I think it's pretty good. Personally, I think there's more emphasis on like the movement, feeling like you actually have like weight on you and all that crap, and it actually feels like you're actually moving in real life. That's what I like about it. It feels much more real when it comes to that movement. So that's what I really like about that, and I really like how Treyarch did that with that stuff. And I can't wait to, and like the sound effects too when you're running. It feels like you can hear your bag running and all. It's just pretty good. Next thing I want to talk about is the time to kill, and yeah, we're going to talk about the time to kill and the weapons, and they're all pretty good. Overall, weapons are not that bad. I actually think all the weapons are balanced. I know people are saying like, okay, the AK-74U is overpowered and all that. The snipers, I feel like they're overpowered, but I feel like they're better from what Black Ops had, like back in Black Ops where the snipers are just utter crap. I feel like that's pretty much a bigger improvement. They just gotta do a tiny bit of balancing with that, and that's pretty much it. I think every single weapon's balanced. The time to kill can get very like agonizing, because like, especially when I first played this game, I was playing like Modern Warfare and all that. It feels very weird. Like, especially like, even if I went back on Black Ops 4, it would feel extremely weird again. And if I was playing Black Ops 4 and it came onto this would not be much of a problem. But when you come like this to like, when you go to this and from Modern Warfare, it's like you're killing two people in Modern Warfare, like, in one. It's very weird, but I get it. It's just that Black Ops has to have that higher time to kill. And I kind of hated that health bar over the top of people's head, but I kind of get used to it. But overall, in my opinion, weapons are pretty balanced. The time to kill for weapons, they're kind of wacky, but they're all pretty much the same. I really don't have much of a problem with them. I actually pretty much like it. But yeah, the weapons itself, the time to kill itself is not that bad. Now I kind of want to talk about the weapon customization, gunsmith, and menus and crap like that. So pretty much the gunsmith and weapon customization in this game is just a watered down version of the weapon customization and all that from Modern Warfare. To be honest with you, the weapons look very bland, very boring. There's nothing really that cool to them, like nothing like special. There's not like really cool stuff to it. It just looks very bland. Kind of like how some of the maps look. It's just looks very, very bland. And I mean, the attachments are just pretty much what you expect. And like it's like what all the gunsmith did for you is like what everything like they put down, like okay, you got mobility, you got mobility, all that crap. They got rid of like half of the freaking things that Modern Warfare gave you. Like it had like 6 to 8 like different things that it could have happened, like control, mobility, damage, range, accuracy, and I think that's it. Accuracy, and I think there's one more, but yeah, I mean that was an all Modern Warfare that had so much emphasis onto it. But then when you come to this, there's not much. It's just a watered down version of what happened in Modern Warfare. I mean, I like it because it's Gunsmith, but I feel like they could have done so much better on it, and they didn't. And that's kind of sad, and I hope they do a little bit more on it. And also add more like weapon, like this details and crap like that. Because without that, it looks very bland and very bad. I'm sorry, but it's just, that's plain out in facts. But yeah, and that's weapon customization. I mean, I kind of like the wild cards, what they did with that. I love what they did with the wild cards. Like you can have 8 attachments and all. I like how they added that, but it's not much of a big addition to what we got in Modern Warfare. Like, it's just not that much. So I don't really care that much about it. And then the menus and stuff like that, they're awful. I'm just gonna say they're awful. You have the main menu, which is just pretty much the same as Modern Warfare. Then you just have all these other menus that just seems like they're just thrown together. You have words over words. It just does not look good. It's not organized, and it's just not that good. And I kind of hate it. And I hope they do a little bit more organizing with it, because there's gonna be a lot more sub menus and all that crap when the game actually comes and releases. So they need to do a lot of stuff with those menus, a lot of stuff to make the guns look better, a lot of stuff with the graphics. And that's why I'm saying it's just the game comes out in 2 months. I don't think they can do all that in 2 months. But anyway, let's talk about map design, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so let's talk about map design. Probably the thing I'm most picky about, and a lot of other people are picky about. Personally, I really don't think they're bad. Like Satellite it's just a 3-lane map, but there's a lot of verticality to it. It's open. There's a lot of places to go to, a lot of places to maneuver, a lot of places to flank. I'm happy about that. It's not like 3-lane garbage that has like no verticality to it. I mean, the only map I can kind of feel like I'm a little limited to is Moscow. And that's the only map I really feel like I have a lot of limitations with. But other than that, it's just not bad. It's like Miami has a lot of places. Like in Miami, they even have the freaking classified music playing at the Tiki Hut area. And it's nice. It's like a lot of callbacks and all that crap. But like I said, the maps don't really look that good. On Miami, they're all going to look good and guaranteeing like new gen consoles, but they do not look good on PS4. So I just don't get that. But I personally like the maps, and I can't wait to see the other maps. And I kind of want to talk about the 12v12 domination combined arms. The maps are decent for that. I'm not big of a fan with that because there's so many areas to get sniped from. I feel like their main focus with this was to like encourage everything for every single map, but at a limit, it kind of destroys some other playstyles. Like if you have maps mainly meant for like everything, like of course there's going to be much more snipers and all that because it's meant for everything, and then you're just not going to be able to like use SMGs and all that, because if that's like that, there's not going to be that much close range encounters. So I hope there's a lot more maps that like satisfy different like things. Like I know Moscow, it feels like it doesn't just go for snipers because there's a lot of areas. Like there's only like one big long area pretty much get sniped from, and that's like on the left side of the map. Kind of reminds me of St. Petrograds from Modern Warfare, but yeah, I just hope they can do something more about that, and just hopefully make it so like you have the smaller, more enclosed maps, so you have like what verticality of course, but with like SMGs and crap like that. So like every map just supports a different play style, and it can also support a lot of others, and that's what I want. I don't want anything else like other than that, because if it's just gonna be like that, then it's just gonna be an expected gameplay. It's just gonna feel very weird, and it's just not gonna make the game fun, because the meta, there's not gonna be that much for the meta, and it's just gonna be mainly long range, staying back, being a pussy. That's pretty much the meta is gonna be. So I hope they do some more about that, and now I think we're just ready to like get into conclusion. So in conclusion, do I think you guys should buy Cold War? Well, if you really like Black Ops, if you did not like Modern Warfare, and you really, really love this multiplayer, and you really want to play that campaign, go for it. Buy the game. But if you're not a fan of the multiplayer, and you just want to play the campaign, I wouldn't prefer it. I just don't think it would be that good of an idea. I really don't think it would be that much. I think the only thing that's mainly had its time put in this whole game is the campaign. And other than that, it's just not much other than that. I mean, the multiplayer, it literally is just a watered down version of everything we've already played. Like, it has a watered down version created class from Modern Warfare. They undid everything Modern Warfare did well. They just did complete opposite, and then they took the same sound effects from Black Ops 4. From Black Ops 4, they took the same exact sound effects. And what they did is they literally just recycled them, and it's just disgusting. It doesn't feel that good. That's a fucking plane, dude. What the fuck? Sorry, that was really interrupted. But as I was saying, it's just another Call of Duty. I'm just gonna give you that. It's another Call of Duty. The effort that was put into like everything but the campaign, it doesn't seem like that. I mean, there's not much effort put into it. And I get it. This game was probably on a 3-year cycle. But since the pandemic and all that, they made a game during the pandemic. It's just not going to be good. And they lost a whole year, so I would see that why. And the game is just going to have probably, I'm guaranteeing this, the most buggy launch that we had. This game's going to take probably by the next Call of Duty to be completely finished. And I hate that, and there's just no reason to buy it if it's just going to be a complete mess at launch. There's not going to be that much towards it. It's just, people are saying it's so good because it's anything but Modern Warfare, which I personally think is wrong. It's just another Black Ops 4 with like World War II graphics that are probably going to look better on the PS5 and all that, but that's it. That's it. The operators have no purpose to be in the game. They should have added at least some create an operator thing. It's just a complete watered down version of a lot of stuff Modern Warfare did, and it just took a lot of stuff Black Ops 4 did. I mean, it's just not much to like take out of it. It's just another Call of Duty. It feels the same as Black Ops 4. Feels the same as Modern Warfare, but more watered down. It feels the same as every other Black Ops game I've played. It's just not much of a difference. I can only see the movement in a way, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I really don't see much of a difference. Like the guns feel like they're from Black Ops 4. It's just, there's not much of a difference, and I personally think if you guys want a new experience, stick with Modern Warfare, because that's going to continue getting updated, and this is just not much of a new experience. It's more of the same experience that we've already played, but combined with a boatload of other experiences that we've already played, and much more watered down. That's all I have to say. Personally, I would say do not buy Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War unless you really want to play the campaign and all that stuff. There's just no reason to. I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna probably do a review around it, but the zombies are probably be the same way. They're gonna probably be mostly remasters, and they're just not gonna be that good. I mean, that's the truth. It's just the plain out truth. Even though there's gonna be free DLCs for that, you can just stick with the free-to-play Warzone. And I mean, at least you can play the game, and you can just play it for free. You can play the Battle Royale. It's much more better, and it's much better than buying the whole game, paying $70 for this. It's for a game that practically not going to be finished until next year, and it's not going to be finished at launch. I'm just telling you. Do not buy Cold War. Unless you really, really want to, do not buy it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Tell me if you guys disagreed with anything I said and all that. I'm going to try to get another video out probably as soon as I can. Most likely next weekend. I've been very busy. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And let's go find this shithead.